miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Good evening, everybody. Mark Klein hanging out with you on another Sunday night. Every Sunday from 8 till 10 Eastern Standard Time. Here's where you're going to find us hanging out, bringing you the best of the blues. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9, we do it all again with the Encore Show. And, of course, you always want to check that out at liblues.com. This week's featured artist in the studio with us right now, amazing Long Island band, I got to begin by saying, F&G Blues Band, featuring the lovely and talented EDLENE HART. I want to say hello to EDLENE. How are you, EDLENE?
Hey, how you doing, Mark?
It's good to see you again, kiddo.
Oh, it's the same, honey. It's great to be here.
I see you from time to time around the island doing your thing, and I'm very excited to have you in here tonight.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, that having been said, I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Right here on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, we are going to kick things off with the F&G Blues Band featuring EDLENE HART.
Ooh.
Everybody, that's right, you know, we the F&G Blues Band. I want to bring this girl to the stage, known as Chocolate Thunder. Sang for the Pope, he'll never be the same, you know what I'm saying? I want you to give a nice round of applause for the woman of the hour here. Put your hands together, Miss EDLENE HART, come on!
You're all right, hey, you're all right. Oh, you're feeling good tonight, hey, you're all right. You're all right, all right.
This is for all of you that are going through something during this season. Just remember, you're not alone. I don't know where I'm headed. Sometimes I can't remember where I've been. There've been days I couldn't get any words, and there've been times, you know, my faith was a wearing thin. Sometimes I've traveled many times. I felt I couldn't pick myself up off the floor. There've been days I had absolutely no one, and there've been days, you know, I couldn't go on anymore. I'm caught somewhere between the lost and found. Said I'm caught somewhere between the lost and found. Oh, I'm caught somewhere between the lost and found, and then I'm trying to find my way to the bound side. I need someone to find me, and I trying to find my way to the found
Lord have mercy. This week's featured artist, the F&G Blues Band, featuring the lovely and talented EDLENE HART. EDLENE?
Yes.
How are you, kid?
Oh, I'm doing lovely, thank you.
That, my dear, is what we call coming out of the gate strong, I want to begin by saying.
Oh, thank you.
And welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
I want to start with some history with you, EDLENE, in regards to that amazing voice of yours. When did you decide that singing was something you were going to do? Were you a little girl? Did you start young?
Very. You know, that's the classic story of every singer. Oh, when I was 4 years old, but that's when it was in church.
You started in church. Influence in the family?
No, I'm the only singer. Can you
You're the only
believe it?
singer.
Yeah.
I can believe it.
All by myself.
I can believe it. So at age 4, you start singing in church.
Yes.
Let's talk gospel, things of that nature.
Yes, absolutely. And singing in front of the speaker at home, singing Al Green songs.
Okay.
Yes, that's where my start.
Great start to have, kid. Great start to have. Let's jump ahead to like junior high and high school days.
Oh, yeah.
Were you involved in projects in school? And
Absolutely. Every production we had, if it was like Broadway shows, you know, productions like that, singing in the choir and dancing and thinking I was Ethel Merman and singing classical music. And so I did the whole shebang.
I'm guessing you can hit Ethel Merman out of the park if you had to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know you don't want me to do a rendition, right?
I'm sure we probably do. We'll save that for another time, EDLENE.
Yes, please. It's a blues
Let's
show.
let's talk about like projects out of school. Were you involved in like blues projects or gospel, R&B, soul? What were you doing out of high school?
You know, I didn't get into blues until recently, but being a soul singer, it is the blues.
Better late than never.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I got my start in the National Black Theater at 125th Street. I was doing that for a very long time, and then I was in a gospel tour called Glory Gospel Singers, which took me throughout Europe, and I sang down in Cape Town about 3 years ago doing gospel. So, you know, those are my roots, singing gospel.
Great roots to have, kid.
Absolutely.
Great roots to have. Great beginning for you, and I'm thrilled to have you in here. I say we put you people back to work.
Oh, all right.
Then we're going to come back and chat more with the lovely EDLENE HART and the rest of these fine musicians on the stage tonight. What are we doing next, EDLENE?
Well, we're going to do Man Off the Rack, yeah, guys? All right, ladies.
You good to go?
I'm good to go.
I'm glad to hear that. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Once again, on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, we're gonna keep it moving with the F&G Blues Band featuring EDLENE HART.
Thanks, Mark. All right, ladies. If you're single like me, you gotta know how to find a man. And not just any kind of man. We're talking about a good man. Kick it. Well. Can't get a man off the rack. If he don't fit, put him back. You gotta try him on the side, or you won't know if he fits right. When you're shopping for that man that you're looking to snatch, shop for him like you're buying a purse. Get a wallet to match it. When you're trying to kick the tires, boy, take it for the test ride. Drive around a few miles. You're gonna have to know how fast that car can go, how long it will last before it runs out of gas. You know what Suzanne told me? If the belt fits around your waist just right. Trust me, girls, some things just need to be tight. That's right. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it, girl. If you look cheap, then you're gonna get cheap. That's right. Don't be mad, girl. Why? Yeah, I told you. Oh, I told you. Yeah, boys.
Caught me off guard on that ending there, EDLENE.
Sorry.
F&G Blues Band featuring the lovely and talented EDLENE Hart. Nicely done, EDLENE. Nicely done.
Thanks.
Indeed. If I may say.
Thank you.
Do you mind if
my
I say?
love. You can say anything you please, honey.
Well, by golly, I'm going to say kick-ass. Kick-ass as always. I want to grab on the guitar Mr. Chuck Russell if I head on up to his mic, and he seems to be pretty much in front of it presently. How you doing, Chuck Russell?
Awesome.
Nice guitar work, my man.
Thank you.
Nice guitar work, I want to begin by saying. Let's talk about some history with you regards to that thing you do. Of course, I'm talking about playing that guitar. When did you start? Were you a little guy yourself?
I was 13. There was a guitar in my house. My friends had a Beatle band.
Okay.
And they said, come on, you're playing. I said, I don't know anything. They taught me some chords. And that was it.
Those first 4 or 5 chords.
I think
the
it was
D, the
3.
G, the C.
It was 3. That's how I got into blues.
You learned about 100 songs with those 3 chords? Did you take lessons as a kid, or
No.
just a couple of buddies teaching you a few things?
I taught myself.
Isn't
mostly.
that right?
Yeah.
Not too bad, my man. Not too bad. Let's talk about what you were doing out of age 13. You're practicing with some buddies that gave you a handful of lessons.
Yeah. My first band was Red Eye.
The band was called Red Eye.
Yeah, and then we kind of found out didn't mean something good. So, yeah. So we renamed. But
What kind of music were you playing? Beatles
We
stuff?
were playing Allman Brothers, Johnny Winter, Clapton, Savoy Brown, all that stuff.
You grew up with that stuff in your early teens, huh?
Yeah,
Very cool, my man. Very cool.
that was great.
That project lasted how long? That Red Eye project?
Till I graduated, then I went to Jacksonville for a year, and I had a band down there with the bass player. He had moved down there. So I went to school for 1 year down there, then I came back. And
You went to school for music?
No,
Okay.
I went to school for partying.
How'd you do with that?
I was pretty good. That's why I had to come back.
Straight A's, I'm guessing?
Surfing, playing in a band. Yeah.
So you're down in Jacksonville. What are you doing music-wise down there?
We had a band down there. We were doing Savoy Brown, all the same
Same type of
same
stuff.
kind of stuff. Met some other guys down there.
All right, all right. How long have you been involved in this ensemble of musicians, this F&G project?
Couple months.
It's only a few months for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Great addition, my man.
yeah. They're awesome.
Great addition.
Yeah,
What
thank
were
you.
you doing musically before this band on Long Island a few months ago?
A band called Mama Funk and the Mudcats.
Sure.
Had a band, L.I. Blues, Nasty Habits. The
L.I. Blues what?
L.I. Blues was the name of the band.
L.I. Blues.
Yeah.
You throw a .com in there and we're talking about my site.
We could do the theme song.
Could you?
Yeah.
The thing we did out of the Blues Brothers thing?
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to give it a listen once or twice, but I'm sure you could, my man. I'm sure you
Thanks.
could. You make you're a great dynamic to this project
Thank you.
and a great addition.
Very nice. Thanks.
Keep going strong, my man. Chuck Russell on the guitar.
Thanks.
We thank you, sir. EDLENE,
Yes, darling.
how are you doing, girl?
I'm doing fabulous.
You look great. You sound awesome.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for doing this again with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I say we put you people back to work. We got a lot to do in a short period of time.
Yeah.
And we want to definitely keep it moving.
All right.
Let's take advantage of the time while we got you in here, belting out those beautiful vocals of yours.
Oh, thank you. I'm
What do we do?
trying.
What do we do? You're doing a hell of a job. You're a little under the weather too, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
You got a little tickle in the throat there.
Yeah.
You got your tea
What
with
is
honey?
that? Yes, I do. I have it all stretched out someplace.
All right. All right.
So I'm holding on.
As long as it's working, I think it is.
That's right. That's what the blues is all about.
Rumor has it.
That's right.
Rumor has it. What are we doing next, kiddo?
We're doing One Good Cry.
You good to go?
Yeah.
Well, once
I
again,
hope I don't cry.
I may,
Oh, all
but
right.
we'll see how it goes.
We get some tissue for you.
It's all about the blues, as you
Pull it
mentioned
out.
earlier.
I'm right here. Yeah. I got everything here.
Tom Foshino, you good to go? Good to go. I haven't forgotten about you. We're coming to you later. I promise I won't. I'm going to say this. We are the Long Island Blues Warehouse. We are going to keep things moving with the F&G Blues Band featuring EDLENE HART. Let's do it.
Thanks. One good cry is a good thing. And I cry if I could. One good cry is a good thing. I just wish that I could. One good talk is a good thing. And I can't remember what that's like. One good talk is a good thing. I just can't remember what that's like. I mean, I get forever and a day. I don't think you hear a single word I say. And I talk and I talk and I talk till I can't talk anymore. Tell me what all this talking is for.
Very nice, Edlene.
Oh, thank you.
Bawling my eyes out there in the back with Steve.
You're so silly.
Steve, our engineer. I'm silly? I'm silly for crying?
No, not at all. I love men that cry.
All right, well, then you
Yes.
would have loved what I just did.
Thank you.
Another story for another time. EDLENE HART, F&G Blues Band, this week's featured artist. Thank you so much.
Oh, great.
Let's bring it over to our bass player, if we can, for a moment. The incredibly talented Mr. Sly GERALDS, holding down the bottom end real well.
How you doing?
How you doing, Sly GERALDS?
How you doing?
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, man.
We had you in here with your own project about a year ago,
Yeah, it's true.
and it's good to have you back.
Yeah.
I want to start with you, if I can, regards to some history with that amazing bass that you, those tracks that you laid down so well. You started as a young guy yourself, didn't you?
I did.
How old were you?
Probably 8.
What was the influence?
Danny Partridge.
You know,
I'm serious. Danny Partridge.
You know, Danny actually never played, right?
I know.
Bonaducci
He only had like 2 strings on the bass.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't even remember knowing that.
But he was I saw him surrounded by women. And,
You liked what he did on TV.
And he was ugly, and so.
He was a cute little
As
redheaded
a kid,
kid.
he was not that. He was not the good-looking, but he grew up to be what he is. But anyway, I figured if he can get girls playing bass,
So can you?
Yes.
You probably do all right, if I had to guess. You doing all right in that department these days?
You know, listen, we could talk.
We're listening.
No.
Another story for another time.
That's
So let's get back to that amazing job you do on the bass. You started at age 8. Danny Bonaducci was apparently a big influence for you.
Yes, him and Gene Simmons.
Him and Gene Simmons. I don't know who, Sly or Gene Simmons? Who's interesting, Edlene? Sly, you are an interesting cat. I always enjoy seeing you do your thing with this project and many other projects I've seen you be a part of over the years. Let's talk about. It's at age 8. You've taken an interest in the bass. Did you start playing back in those days?
I started off as a drummer.
You started with the drums.
Yes.
What made
And
you
then
decide?
Danny Bonaducci.
Danny didn't play drums.
He didn't play drums, but I saw him playing bass and getting girls, and so I said, I'm going to play bass.
So you started with the drums, though?
I did.
You switched over to the bass.
I did.
And there's been no looking back.
No.
You grew into the passion early.
I did.
Are you self-taught? You're a self-taught guy?
No.
You
I
took
went
some
to-
lessons.
I went
All right.
to Juilliard.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You didn't know that, Edlene. Sly, good job, my man. Let's talk about some early year projects for you, music-wise. What remember your first band?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Lots of Leonard Skinner.
You went that direction. You went through that
The
phase.
Southern rock thing, yeah.
At what age?
Like,
Early teens?
yeah, like 13.
All right. How long did that last?
Probably till 16.
13 to 16. You're in the Southern rock era.
Yeah.
What'd you head into after that?
Hardcore funk.
Hardcore funk.
Yeah.
Is that right?
No,
You can funk with the best of them.
I try my best.
I'll tell you what. We got a great band here on Long Island, by the way. We're doing a little something with next hour, the Funk Philharmonic. You familiar with those boys?
Oh, yeah.
Got a couple of them in here. We're gonna the big 25-year anniversary, 2010.
Yeah.
25 years those boys been around.
But you know something? I just want to tell you, I would be amiss if I did not bring this up.
Please.
About this thing. I want to bring up my partner. Come here, Suzanne.
We were going to bring her up next.
No,
You know what?
come here,
Let's
come
bring
here.
her up now.
Yeah, come here.
While she's heading to the stage slide, let me ask you this. You got a great voice for like radio. I want to say like that great intro you did with song 1 earlier.
Okay.
Like if the bass thing ever stops working for you, you might have a second thing to fall back on.
We'll talk.
That whole DJing thing, man.
Yeah.
If I have to call in sick, maybe a sub standing here to my left.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk. Come on up to Edlene's mic, if you would, please. Suzanne FOSHINO, the heart and soul and the brains of this operation, if I may say.
Definitely the brains.
That's me. Yeah, definitely not the beauty.
Tom FOSHINO back there on the drum kit, his very lovely wife, Suzanne, taken front and center. It's nice to
you.
see you again, Suzanne.
You too, Mark.
You've been a bit of a music blues enthusiast here on the island for a good number of years yourself, like myself.
Yes, a bluesophile.
This is a fantastic project you've got going here.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got some great vocals out of the lovely EDLENE tonight, but these beautiful songs that she's singing tonight, rumor has it, actually it's not a rumor,
Not anymore.
it's a fact that these songs were in fact written by yourself with Mr. Sly GERALDS.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, Sly and I clicked musically. Really,
We share the same brain.
Yeah.
You share the same brain.
Sometimes I loan it out, and sometimes I don't. But we generally we click. You know, I write lyrics, and then Sly just, he zones in on what he thinks it should sound like. And then when we put it in front of EDLENE, she brings the emotion to it. She kind of knows what the story says and how it should be sung. She brings it all to life. But I could put something in front of Sly and he'll say, do you think it should sound like this? And he'll go, ba, 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 and I'll go, wow, that's exactly what it should sound like. I mean, it's rare when you find someone that you click like that so instantly and so beautifully.
That is, in fact, a rarity. Let me ask you this. It's different for everybody, but when it comes to actually writing songs, are you one of those people that can say, like during the week, it's Tuesday, I'm going to sit down Sunday, and I'm going to write a couple tunes? Or do you have to be influenced by something that takes place? How does the thought process work for you in terms of writing?
It kind of depends. I mean, the song that they started with called "Caught Between the Lost and Found," that came because we are friends with Sam Taylor.
Legendary
for a while,
blues man Sam Taylor,
right, and
passed
Tom,
away about 2.5 years ago, unfortunately.
Almost 2 years, I think.
It's been just over 2 years, I believe.
Yeah,
February, was it February?
January 5th.
January 5th.
January 5th,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, and Tom played the drums.
Tom, your
with
husband,
my
played drums with him.
Yes, and it was a great time. Sam was a very good friend of the family. He became part of the family. And when he was sick and he was dying, you'd say, "Hey, Sam, how you doing?" And he would say, "Well, I'm kind of caught between the lost and found, trying to find my way to the found side." You don't know what Sam meant by the found side, but I'm thinking he knew what was coming, and he was finding comfort in where that found side was going to be. So that's one instance where the music comes from. Otherwise, I could be driving in the car and hear something stupid and say, "Oh, that's great. That's a good idea."
Let's give a quick little bit of background on legendary bluesman Sam Taylor. Sam Taylor played with Ike and Tina in the 60s.
Yep.
He played with Joey D and the Starlighters, if you remember the Peppermint Twist.
First racially integrated rock band.
For that matter.
Right, yeah.
For that matter.
Yeah.
He was a prize fighter.
Yep.
He was in a lot of B films, B-rated movies.
Yeah.
God, I think he did something with I Dream of Jeannie back in the 60s or early 70s.
I'm looking for that now.
What's the woman's name that played Jeannie? Somebody.
Eden.
Barbara Eden.
Yeah.
He did a movie with Barbara Eden.
Yes.
He did a movie with Luke Gossett Jr.
Yes.
One of the Iron Eagle movies. He was in the fourth one. He played a bad guy.
Oh, God.
So if you Google Sam Taylor, you're going to see a phenomenal blues man who we lost just about 2 years ago, as you mentioned.
What's interesting about Sam is that he wrote 2 songs right before he passed away and wanted to get them down. And he called Tom, and the drummer here, my husband, and Tom is on Sam's last 2 recordings. So it's nice, he knew how to give back. He was influential musically, but more as a human being. So to do something like that's a great gesture for someone to say, "I appreciate you and I want you there for this. This is a special moment." So yeah, you learn a lot from a man like that, not just musically.
So you've been working with Sly for what, about a year now with some of these songs?
Over a year.
It's been over a year.
Yeah. We were looking for the right voice. We were writing the music, and then we met EDLENE, and we said, "Oh my God, she has to sing this music," and it just wow.
You know what's really funny is that we'll write something, and then EDLENE will sit down and sing like where she's feeling it or where she hears it. We don't even say anything. We don't say anything. We just like, here it is, this is the tune, and here's the chords, and this is kind of like what it's about. And then she'll start to sing, and I'll be like, "Oh, but okay, I hear that. Okay, let's change that there." And songs ends up becoming totally different.
It's that great chemistry we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
So you'll take some ideas, you'll put down, these guys will start building around it, and come up with some great finished product, the product that we're laying down on the stage tonight.
Yeah, and the CD, we're actually almost finished recording the CD. All of these songs will be on the CD.
When are you expecting the CD to come out?
Hoping to be finished, completed, ready to go in January. We got a gig at Barbecues on February 4th, hoping that'll be available at that date.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait.
Looking forward to it. Suzanne Foshino,
Thank
the
you
heart
so
and soul
much.
and the brains of the operation. We thank you so much.
Suzanne!
Tom Foshino's lovely better half.
Better.
Mr. Geralds,
Yes, sir.
doing a great job, my man.
Man, it's always great to be here.
You're a very, very strong talent on Long Island. It's great to get monster players on the stages I like to do week after week. You guys make a tremendous contribution to what we do in here, and I thank you so much for what you do on Long Island.
Thank you.
Let's talk. You also you do a few other things around the island musically.
I do.
Is there a website?
Personal?
Yes.
Mine? Oh, yeah.
Please, share it with us.
SlyGeralds.com.
SlyGeralds.com if you want to have a look at what Sly's all about. Is there a website for this F&G project?
There's a Facebook, F&G Blues. What is it, F&G?
FNGmusic.com. Say it again, Suzanne. FAND music.com. And if you, it'll say under construction.
But
when's the construction going to be complete? All right, we look forward to.
What about the Facebook? And what's that?
F&G featuring EDLENE HART. If you Google it, it's going to take you to them, and I encourage you to do so, because if you enjoy what we're getting out of here musically, you're going to love seeing some visuals, which I believe EKO Studios is going to have up soon as well. So we look forward to that. The famous studio in Deer Park, Long Island, not Comac, Long Island.
Oh, well, you know.
Deer Park, Long Island. Another story for another time on that, but I had to throw that in there. In any event, people, F&G people,
Yes, sir.
I say we put your people back to work, EDLENE. What do you think?
I'm ready.
What do you feel like doing next?
The blues sings you.
The blues and what?
Sings you.
Please don't look at me like that. I'm sorry, what are we doing?
The blues sings you.
Once again, on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, we are going to keep it moving with this week's featured artist. It's F&G Blues Band featuring EDLENE HART. Let's do it.
Thanks, Mike. All right. What you want, you don't have it, then you won't. It's gotta be inside of you. It's not just something that you do. It's in your fingertips and make you shake your hips. It rolls you like a wave. It'll treat you like a slave, because who you are is not what you do. You don't sing the blues sings you. It lives inside your head, it sleeps inside your breath, it sneaks inside your brain. It'll make you go insane, it make you lie awake, it makes your body shake. It rolls you like a wheel, it tells you how to feel. 'Cause who you are is not what you do. You don't sing the blues sings you. You don't sing the blues.
You don't sing the blues.
No, you don't sing the blues.
You don't sing the blues.
Say who you are is not what you do. You don't sing the blues sings you. Hey! Go check. Oh, yeah. Keep going, Chuck. Go ahead, baby. Roll it. All you want, if you don't have it, then you don't. It gotta be inside of you. It's not just something that you do. It's in your fingertips to make you shake your hips. It'll roll you like a wave. It'll treat you like a slave. 'Cause who you are is not what you do. Don't sing the blues sings you. You don't sing the blues.
Don't sing the blues.
No, you don't sing the blues.
Don't sing the blues.
Said who you are, it ain't what you do. You don't sing the blues sings you. You don't sing the blues.
Don't sing the blues.
No, you don't sing the blues.
Don't sing the blues.
Said who you are is not what you do. You don't sing the blues sings you. Woo!
Don't sing the blues.
You don't sing the blues. Come on, y'all. No, no.
Don't sing the blues.
No, you don't.
Don't sing the blues.
No.
Don't sing the blues.
Don't.
Sing the blues.
No, no.
Sing the blues.
Say you don't sing the blues. Who you are is not what you do. You don't sing the blues sings you.
You caught me off guard again there, EDLENE. Those endings creep up on you fast.
I know, I don't play.
Nicely done, kid. Nicely done. And boy, the moves on you?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even get started.
You didn't even get started.
No, honey, no.
Well, it got about 10 degrees in here. About 10 degrees hot. I can't even speak. I got marbles in my mouth. It got about 10 degrees hotter since we started this thing.
I know, I need a fan, yes.
I'm gonna faint myself. Another story for another time.
Yeah.
Let's head on over to our drummer, Mr. Tom Foshino. Here we go.
This thing on.
How you doing, Tom Foshino?
Good, Mark. How are you?
Tom, I want to begin by telling you what a lovely wife you have.
Well, thank you very much. I think she's lovely as well.
Suzanne Foshino. Is she any music, sing, an
You
instrument,
know,
anything?
actually, I could show you a wedding picture. She's a saxophone player.
She plays sax.
She played at our wedding. That's right.
That's
right. But she won't take it out because she has some kind of leaky D or something. I'm not sure what that means in
I don't know.
saxophone speak, but
Is it saxophone lingo?
that's the excuse.
A leaky D?
Or something. What is it, Suzanne? You just dribble in her D.
I'm gonna have to.
I think it's something for a doctor to look at, but staying away from that.
Tom, all I know is I was on your Facebook page the other day, and I'm looking at a couple of videos that your wife posted up there, and you've got a great video of you in your basement. I'm guessing, is that your basement playing the drums?
Yeah. My son
With a
Thomas.
second drum kit that your son is playing,
That's
and the
right.
two of you are. He's duplicating you to the T.
Yeah, he's great. It's Thomas. That's our oldest. He's 10.
Thomas Jr., age
Yeah.
10.
And he's been playing. I mean, he's been taking. He's taking lessons. He's taking lessons in school, and he's been.
How long has he
for-
been playing now?
Oh, it's got to be at least 4 years.
It's been 4 years already.
Yeah. So he's playing a lot. He plays piano, and our little guy plays piano, and they're around music all the time. They used to come to Paula Jean's and watch us play the gigs there with Sam. And
Is that right?
Oh yeah, when they were little kids with their coloring books.
Let's talk
great.
about when you began on the drum kit. Were you about the same age when you got started?
Yeah, I think it's about. Well, it was Cindy Partridge that got me into it. It was that tambourine on the hip that
Cindy played the tambourine.
Yeah, so I had to do that for a while, and then
No Lori fans in the room, huh? A Tracy.
that was Tracy.
Tracy,
Yeah.
that's what I meant to say.
That was a Tracy. Yeah.
Go to jail for that.
So, are you self-taught yourself? Were you taking-
No. I mean, I started taking lessons in school probably around 4th grade, and took lessons, in school, then privately throughout high school and college, and always took a lot of lessons. But,
Let's talk about some early day projects for you, music-wise. What were you doing? You remember your first couple of bands?
Yeah,
getting started?
so
Cutting
it
your
was a
teeth?
lot of those garage bands back in
Okay.
the '70s, playing Rolling Stones and Bad Company and all that kind of stuff. And you'd play, in front of the school assemblies and that kind of thing. And,
Sure.
it was a lot of fun. They were gigs. Pushing my drums on a big cart down the street,
What were you
getting
doing?
it over to the school.
Let's fast forward right before the Sam Taylor days. What were you doing musically before Sam Taylor?
I was I grew up in Jersey, so when I got here to the island, I hooked up with some people. And actually, the first band I was in was Joe Vicino and I. We started a band called Blue Avenue.
Sure.
And so we did that for a number of years, and then I was out in the Hamptons with a band called Total Impact for a couple of years, and then with Tommy Keys and Gary Sellers, and then Suzanne and I started talking. We got to do something on our own. We put together the Blues Experience and built a band around that, and started working with Susie at that time. And around that same time is when I got introduced to Sam. I started doing gigs for Sam, and then it just got more and more and more. So
How long did you get to work with Sam Taylor?
it was about 4 years.
You had 4 year run with
Yeah,
him.
yeah. And it was great. We got to do some really interesting work. A lot of the Wednesday night gigs were Paula Jean's, and we did some stuff down in Delaware and other places. And
That's right. You guys did some traveling.
and it was great. It was absolutely great.
Great experience.
And he was a guy to learn from. And you learned on the stage with ask any drummer that's played with him. The way you learn from Sam is that you just start playing, and he just said, just watch my hips. If they're swaying and you're doing the right thing, I'm okay. But if you do the wrong thing, he'd turn around and give you this look. These eyes would just look at you, knew we were off track, and you better get back on. So
Sam Taylor.
He was
and
a good teacher.
Little Buster was like that too.
Yeah.
The difference was Little Buster was blind, so
Wow.
he couldn't give you the look. He gave you the look, but he couldn't see you.
Oh.
But
you knew you were getting it, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah. But Sam Taylor was a phenomenal, iconic figure here in the Long
Yeah.
Island, New York area, and I was blessed to know him. I'm glad that you had the 4 year run you had with him.
Yeah, me
He was loved by just thousands on Long Island, and hundreds of thousands around the world, and he's going to be missed. We play him on the show all the time, and I think we're going to play something by Sam Taylor next hour. But I thank you for telling a quick story or two in regards to Sam.
Absolutely.
You got great chops, my man.
Thank you very much.
I look forward to seeing your son on this stage one day eventually.
Me too.
Both
me
of them.
Too.
Do
Me
they play
too.
together musically?
They'll play piano together a little bit. They'll play the Linus and Lucy. You know, one plays the one plays the low end, one plays the high end, and that's it. But
Oh, that's funny.
you know, it's a hard time keeping them in the same room together sometimes.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, they're two boys, 2 years apart, so that's gonna happen.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, look forward to seeing those boys musically down the road.
Yep,
So you'll
absolutely.
keep us posted. Tom Foshino on the drum kit. We thank you so much.
Thank you.
EDLENE HART.
Yes, my
How you doing, kid?
love. I'm hanging in there. I feel left out.
You feel left out.
Everyone knows
Let's
Sam's
get you left
but
back.
me.
You didn't know Sam?
No, I'm a Yonkers girl.
Well, guess what? We can introduce you to Sam through his incredible catalog of music.
Please do.
So we play a lot of Sam on this show, and I know many people that have all his albums and CDs. So we got to get you copies of that stuff,
Oh, please.
and
I'm
a
looking
few
forward to it.
recordings live on this stage with me.
Oh, my.
So we'll have to share that stuff with you.
Thank you.
You and I are going to do some talking.
Right now. That's
How's that?
right.
Well, no, you're going to do some singing again in a second. How's that throat doing? The throat holding its own?
Oh, well.
It holding
it's-
up?
It's holding on a little bit, yes.
We have time for 2 more.
2 more.
So I'm hoping your voice is going to hold out for 2 more.
I'll see what I can do.
What are we doing next?
Oh, we're going to do a song called If There's a God Up There, that he will bless my voice and carry through.
Are we going to have some church right now?
Hallelujah. Pass that plate around.
I'm going to say this. Once again on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, we are going to keep it moving with F&G Blues. EDLENE HART.
Thank you, Mark. If there's a God up there, she must be messing with my head. If there's a God up there, she must be messing with my head. 'Cause I keep praying for some help, y'all. Hoping I'm falling on hard times instead. Oh, y'all don't hear me. Didn't do a damn thing wrong, so why life keep keeping me down, 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 down. I don't deserve this, Lord. No, no. Stop pushing me down, 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 down. If there's a God up there, then you know she's messing with my head. You better believe that. Tell them so. Listen. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Oh. Ow. That's what keeping me around. know what I'm saying? I'm asking just one sweet angel, oh Lord, who can help me with my needs. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? I don't ask for much, Lord, no. So please send an angel down for what I need. Baby, I need an angel, yeah, who's got the key to my chains. Oh, thank you, Lord. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let me say it one more time. I need an angel who's got the key to my chains. An angel who can set me free. Set me free. Hey, oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. This week's featured artist, F&G Blues Band, featuring the lovely and extremely talented EDLENE Hart. EDLENE, thank you so much.
Ah, you're welcome.
EDLENE, do you have a couple of dates to share with us where people can see or possibly Sly? Who's got some upcoming dates we can talk about? February 4th. Where are you people going to be?
Well, that's barbecues of February 4th.
Barbecues in Patchogue.
But
A little closer on that mic, if you would. Say it again, Chuck
National
Russell.
Tennis Center, where the U.S. Open is. We're doing a huge tennis event
All right.
called one-on-one doubles, and we are playing the whole time they're playing. Hundreds.
Is that a fact?
Yep.
And when is that again?
That is January.
January
January
22nd.
Thank you, voice.
Well, very cool, people. Very cool indeed. We need to thank Chuck Russell on guitar, Sly Geralds on the bass, Tom Foshino on the drums, Suzanne Foshino, the heart and soul and manager of this project. And last but certainly not least, the lovely and talented EDLENE Hart, lead vocals. We thank you so much, people.
Chocolate Thunder.
thank you.
EDLENE, you folks are going to play us out. What are we finishing up with?
Ooh, we're going to do a song called Blues Man, which is a Sam Taylor tribute from us.
I know the piece, and I'm
Well,
looking
one of
forward
them.
to it. I'm looking forward to it. Well, I'm going to say this before we do. When we're done with the show tonight, I want to encourage you all to go to ekoproductions.com, the official studio of the Long Island Blues Warehouse. Check them out, see what they're all about, and what we're doing in the future with this show. This week's featured artist, F&G Blues Band, EDLENE Hart. You're going to play us out. Thank you so much for doing this with us tonight.
Oh, we love you, Mark. Oh, it's great to be here with you.
And right back at you, kid. Thank you so much for coming down and doing it, and please come back and see us again soon.
Will do.
One more time, hour one on the Blues Warehouse. F&G. Lessons at his knee. Blues man used to say to me,
Things happen for a reason. Follow them, go where they lead. He's told me I'm still here, 'cause the good Lord keeps blessing me, so I can pass to you how the blues have you, how the blues have you. If it don't fit, don't force it. Blues man used to say to me, if it don't fit, don't force it. Follow me, come set me free. If it don't fit, don't force it. Blues man used to say to me, if it don't fit, don't force it. Faith will come and set you free. Oh. I think I'm gonna do another verse, y'all. Listen. Lessons at his name. Bluesman used to say to me, things happen for a reason. Follow them, go where they lead. He told me I'm still here, 'cause the good Lord is blessing me. Come I pass to you. How the blues run through me, yeah. Say it. If it don't fit, don't force it. Bluesman used to say to me, if it don't fit, don't force it. Faith will come and set you free. If it don't fit, don't force it. Bluesman said, been to me. If it don't fit, don't force it. Faith will come and set you free. If it don't fit, don't force it. If it don't fit, don't force it. No, no. If it don't fit, don't force it. No, no. If it don't fit, if it don't fit. Oh. If it don't fit. Come on, say, blues man, say, blues man, say, they will come and set you free. If it don't fit, no, no, no. If it don't fit, don't force it. If it don't fit, set you free, set you free, set you free. Ah, yeah, yeah.